I've totally fucked myself in every way possible, so I literally have zero interest in any of it. I'm literally I'm avoiding Twitter. Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host, Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well. I just want to thank you, personally.
Thank you for being a friend.
I know you do not want to do this. And I appreciate the fact that you're here hosting the show with me.
I was actually thinking about this at the gym. I'm like, at what point do I just tell him to just go fuck himself? and I'm totally out, and I just back it up and go home.
I'm waiting for it every day. Don't worry. Is today the day?
No, today is not the day. I don't even know if people really grasp and understand. I think people thought I was fucking around, is what I think was happening.
They think it's all fun and games here.
No, and it is not. So, but I'm happy for everybody else. I very much am. So what we're talking about here is obviously crypto is booming. We are currently at time of recording over $19,000, $19,157.08. Ethereum over $600. XRP over 61 cents. Oh my God!
I feel
Bitcoin
like that's
Cash over 300. Oh, it's more than doubled. It was like in the 20s, at least just 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So everything is pumping. Everything is pumping. You guys, I hope, are all getting fat and happy, including my wonderful co-host Chamber, and
definitely getting fat. Don't worry.
My largest holding and pretty much one of the only things I have exposure to in the entire market is down 16% today.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. I mean, don't get me wrong. We are in the phase of Bitcoin doing extremely well and Ethereum doing extremely well. You're starting to see some big caps start to pop off, like your Ripples. I'm sure Bcash and some other things will start to pop off shortly. And then it'll go to mid caps. I don't know if that's this week or next week. And then small caps will eventually pop. And I think the trick is once those pop, you take your profits, put them back into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and wait for it to recycle. It'll start over again. It'll go back to Bitcoin and Ethereum, then mid caps, then so on and so forth.
3 years later.
I'm not sure. It might be a couple of weeks later. It might be years later. I'm not sure.
And you'll have all that time to fuck it up like I did.
Everybody will fuck it up at a certain point, yes.
Literally, I fucked this up a month before it happened. I waited 3 fucking years, and I messed this up a month before it happened. And I just want to pack everything up and go home.
I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. I don't know a lot of things. But the longer you stay in crypto, even a dummy like me, you'll trip into something positive.
Oh, you have the narrative here has changed. We have gone from you being the Bitcoin bozo to me being the Bitcoin bozo, and it has come full circle. You are fully engaged and knowledgeable about what is happening in crypto and Bitcoin, and I I'm just here so I don't get fined is essentially it. So I'm happy for everybody out there who is crushing it, making money. I hope you have fantastic gains and you can all be rich and buy private islands sometime in the near future. And just send your boy an invite. That's all it is, because I will be sitting here just regretting everything that I've done in the past 3 years when nothing hurts more than knowing that this was going to happen the whole time and managing to fuck it up. And that's where I'm at. So, but like I said, I am so happy for everyone else. We have waited for this moment for
all our lives.
For all our lives, yes. You can insert that drop right there. Please drop that in. So, I mean, it's how are you feeling? Are you feeling euphoric? Are we at that point yet?
No,
what does it feel like? Because
don't get me wrong, I'm involved.
Right, but you've never been on the upswing like this. Like you got in at this point last time.
Correct. Now that being said, I purchased.
Oh, are you also a fuck up?
100% I'm a fuck up. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's making perfect moves around here. I mean, I bought all the way back down. I bought at some key levels, obviously. When we hit the bottom back in, I don't know what it was. At 28, did we bottom in 2018 or 2019? I forget. But then we bottomed again in March. In some nice price levels. So, if you're taking advantage of those prices, that's going to help. But I mean, I have exposure to Ethereum. I have exposure to Bitcoin. But I mean, I have a lot of exposure to alts and a lot of low cap alts. And I mean, they're definitely feeling the pain this week for sure. I mean, we're still up, in dollar wise, which is great. But the life-changing stuff, or at least the life-bettering stuff, is happening if and when those start to pop.
My fear about that is that there are so many different, or so many more coins and tokens and alts this time around, that when we were having this conversation in 2018, there was 2,500 coins, and that was a lot. There are, according to CoinGecko, 5,986 coins.
Now,
410 exchanges.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, 90% of that money is going to be, how many different exchanges did you say?
410.
Wow, that's crazy. So, I mean, back in 2017, people used half a dozen exchanges pretty frequently, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 10.
If you told me to guess how many exchanges there were,
I'm trying to think,
410 would not have been my guess at all.
Right, but I mean, I'm saying at the time, I'm sure there was more than 10 exchanges back in 2017. But
for sure, yeah.
The bulk of people, I think, were using, your like I said, half a dozen to a dozen main ones. I don't think that's changed. They've pivoted, so people aren't using Poloniex. They're using, Uniswap, or they're using, SushiSwap. Binance is still in there. OKX, that kind of stuff. They're still there. But I think there's just going to be a pivot to different things, right? So whereas, like I don't know how much. I don't know the numbers. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I don't know what the percentage of volume is in those decentralized exchanges. That definitely wasn't there in 2017. And then when it comes to the coins, I think it's the same. There's more coins, but I think the bulk of the movement are going to be in particular coins. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but that's the problem.
It's finding the right one. It's finding the right
because
one.
it's. I mean, in 2017 alt season, you could literally put $1,000 in anything and turn it into 10 grand, right? I don't think that's going to happen this time. It's not.
I don't think it's going to happen in the next few weeks.
Yeah, but
I don't even
think what I'm saying is that it's going to, like, the amount of tokens and coins there are is going to dilute the pump of all across the board, right?
Yep.
Like all across the board. Like I don't think you're going to find 1,000 X's much. Like unless you're talking really low micro caps, right?
Like $180,000 micro cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to find that. And then just because even if we're flooded with new crazy retail money, right? Like, and just say there's 5 times more people this time than there were last time.
Because that's probably, it's probably accurate.
Especially, I mean, like, I don't even think we're even at the beginning of the hype cycle.
I agree. That's what I was just about to say. I don't think we're not even close to where we were hype-wise.
Although, but I guess what I'm saying is if there's 6,000 coins and even if there's 5 times as many people, like I just think the pumps are going to be diluted. It's going to be harder to find those ones that you'll probably make money on everything.
Right.
But the amount of money and life-changing alt season that we saw last time, I'm not sure.
And honestly, that probably happened in the cycle prior to 2017. You know what I mean? Like what was, and obviously even fewer altcoins, and then the action on Bitcoin was even greater, right? So, if you go back to 2013 and you bought Bitcoin at whatever, I don't know what it was at the time, $100, and then it went to $1,000, a nice 10x. Like we could see a 10x from here, but it's probably less likely than it was, 8 years ago.
You're saying for Bitcoin?
If for Bitcoin just in general, right? The whole
that's because
the multipliers are going to be less
for something like Bitcoin for sure,
and that applies to altcoins too. So like you could buy Ethereum. So like I said, if Bitcoin was $100 and it went to $1,000 at that same time, I'm pretty sure I heard the other day that Ethereum ICO was like 11 cents. Like what?
It was. You could.
So that multiplier.
But that's a little different, right? Like at that time, there was 20 coins, and
right,
Ethereum
exactly.
was like,
that's what I'm saying. So like the multiplier, you're 100% right, is not going to be there. Like if you bought, I don't know what the multiplier is at 11 cents to today on Ethereum, but it's significant.
A lot.
So yeah, no, I think you're right. But I mean, to see I think the 30x will be the 1000x or the 100x. You know what I mean? So if there was some 100x last time, I think those will be 20x this time, and those were pretty rare. So it'll be pretty rare to see a 20x. But we might see some five. Nothing wrong with a 3, 4, 5x here and there. Maybe
no,
a 10x.
Not at all. I mean, that should be, quite honestly, I think that's much more of a realistic goal. Anyway,
and if you hit enough of those, right? I mean, you do a 3x here. You
just keep moving them around. You compound your money, and you'll all be good. So I guess my only hope here, is for an alt season in which I can do that,
right?
Because I'm so far out of everything else. Like that's it. That's my only hope. So
I did put crypto donations on the website too, by the way. So if
good.
anybody feels bad for Bunch, you can donate directly. I think we have like Bitcoin and Litecoin and maybe even Bcash. Like even if you got some old Bitcoin cash laying around, you want to throw it at Bunch, just hop on the website. I think you can do it there. I'll take Bcash.
It's so painful. Everything is painful, but I'm happy for everybody else. So, like I said, when you all have private islands, just send your boy an invite. So, let's round through the top 10 here. We got Bitcoin, as I mentioned, $19,157. Ethereum, $602. XRP, 61 cents. Bcash, 337.44. Chainlink back doing its Link Marine things, $15.19. I think it was like $10 when we last week when we talked. Litecoin, $88. Litecoin is one of those ones that's like always leads the entire alt market, and I don't know why.
And every time we think it's out, it kind of gives you a little rebound.
I do think it's still got like the new people Coinbase thing going for it. Like that's why Ripple is doing what it's doing. That's why Litecoin.
Yeah, there's no reason that Ripple should be doing anything.
Right, exactly. And then Polkadot 570, Cardano 16 cents, and Binance is the rounding out your top 10. So Bitcoin SV has now fallen out of the top 10, which is interesting.
Satoshi needs some glasses.
Yeah, his true vision. His
vision is blurry. So did you say ETH was over $600?
ETH is over $600. Yeah.
So that was as long as it maintains this, my ETH prediction for the end of the year will hold. So I was at $600 on my prediction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's hit. I've hit it. Well, now we just need to maintain it. I was actually
thinking about that on the way home this morning from the gym, too, is you are very, very close to hitting your predictions.
Now, the one...
Your Bitcoin one was 22,000?
Yeah. 22K for Bitcoin, 600 for Ethereum.
You might hit that today.
I might hit that today. And then... market cap slowly creeping up. That was the one I was furthest away on, I think. I have it at
578 bill.
Wow. I think it was like 450 last week.
Yeah, and then someone in our Telegram chat yesterday said it hit 550. And even just from there, just a casual 20 or 28 billion overnight.
No kidding. So my prediction for that was 700 billion.
Wow. So, you're coming real close. Coming real close. If only I could get
paid for predictions. That meant nothing.
Wow. If only I got paid for this show, I'd feel a lot better.
Sorry, soon. The people will come.
Yeah.
I said, what? I tweeted out the other day. I said, it's not the top of the cycle until I get 30,000 followers. I think that's accurate. Accurate.
I don't think that's happening this time either. I don't know.
No, you don't think follower pump's happening?
Follower pump. I don't know. Maybe. I guess.
I think 30,000 is the peak of the cycle. Once that happens, I would start to get nervous at about 15,000. For those of you out there, that's probably a good barometer of what the market's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to play something. We talked about this on our show with Wendy last week. I found one yesterday that was just great.
What's this?
Of Bitcoin with just 44 cents. But if I asked you years ago, if you can catch Bitcoin at 44 cents, how much of it would you buy? Most of you guys would say thousands worth, but that's a lot, because if you would, you would. And unless you got big bank like rapper Logic, you not about to get rich off of Bitcoin. But what if I told you there was a cryptocurrency you could buy for 44 cents? One that's actually going to be used in America for goods and resources, and they actually connected with banks? Bruh, this is your moment to be Elon Musk, Jay-Z, Ashton Kutcher. I introduce to you Ripple, aka XRP. How to become a millionaire.
This is, of course, the Twitter account, TikTok investors, and they are wiling out on Ripple right now.
I love it.
That is.
You don't have that money to afford like the rapper Logic. I don't know what that is.
Because Logic bought like $6 million worth of Bitcoin.
Is Logic the guy from the group, like the trio?
No idea.
Yeah, I call him a trio.
I couldn't tell you who Logic is. I don't know.
For those of you listening, I think I'm right.
So TikTok investors wiling out on Ripple. That's what people are going to look at, and that's what happened last time. Mm-hmm. We've got the TikTok investors wiling out, right? Yeah. And we're also starting to get there with the normies coming back. Mm-hmm. Have you gotten any casual texts yet?
Boyo, I got one the other day. Somebody asked me, how do I, they're from Canada, how do I buy, or basically they wanted to buy Bitcoin on Binance, like in Canadian funds, and buy ADA. And I looked at the text and I'm like, this fucking person. Are you kidding me right now? Like, A, you should know how to buy Bitcoin already. Like, this guy bought Bitcoin back in 2018 for sure. I'm like, how do you not know how to buy Bitcoin? And I said, well, don't you have any Bitcoin? He's like, yeah. I said, well, just send it over to Binance and buy ADA. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, fucking ADA is garbage. I don't know why you're wanting to buy that, but I'm not gonna get anybody's way. If you want to buy whatever. And he's like, no, I just don't know how to do that. And he didn't know how to send a transaction from a Coinbase wallet to his Binance wallet. Yeah. And I had to walk him step by step. I'm like,
so now,
and
is that our job?
88 pump, by the way.
Is that our
66%. Is that our job?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Like, do we have to be that to these people?
This was a family member.
Okay, but still, I mean, the point is the same, right? I mean, look, that's what's going to make me so salty, is all these people are going to be coming and asking me in the next, month, 2 months, and they're going to expect me to walk them through stuff. And I'm totally fine doing that with people who have never done it before. Right?
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
if somebody has never done it before, I will gladly go out of my way and help you. It's the same people that asked me in 2017 that haven't stuck around, that are now like just getting out of their underwater bags and want back in after 3 years. Miss me with that. Like, no,
that I don't disagree with.
So yeah, so here's the one I've got the other day, and I posted it on Twitter. I have a friend. He is one of my best friends, and he's also one of the people I hate most in the entire world. Like,
is this person me?
Well, no, it's actually very similar to like our relationship, but he's way worse. He
all right.
So like, he bought Ripple at 40 cents in 2017.
I think I know this friend.
Yes, and he bought Ripple at 40 cents in 2017, and he did not listen when I told him to sell it at $3.10 or whatever, and he's held it all the way back down. And just the other day, he now adds me to a group text that all he's doing is now bragging about how he's up on his Ripple investment from 3 years ago.
Does he even know how to get rid of it?
No, and when he asks me, I'm not helping him. I'm not. He can find out himself. So, and then I had one other friend who's been who's been like dabbling in Bitcoin for, I would say, this year, started buying Bitcoin, and but now thinks he's a technical analysis wizard. And
amazing.
He sent me all of his technical analysis the other day, which was promptly very wrong, and we dipped all the way back to if I followed his advice, I would have got stopped out immediately, and when we dipped into the 17s briefly, but I mean, he's up now if he just bought there,
right?
But, it's just pretty funny. He was using all these terms like following the institutional candle and all of this stuff. And
oh my goodness!
Like, nah, bro. Nah. So, but they are coming. The normies are coming, and I'm not sure what our duty is for them, because especially this time around where I am a little salty at my current position.
You know what
I
our duty is?
I don't know if I'm going to be... I actually had someone else ask me yesterday too about Bitcoin that they bought from 3 years ago that is now up, and asking me when they should sell it. And I said, dude, basically what I said is this: if you haven't touched it in 3 years, why are you going to touch it now?
Right. Stop fucking around.
Like, if you're asking me what my long-term outlook on Bitcoin is, it's $100,000. So like, don't touch it. If you don't need the money, don't touch it. And that's what I told them.
You haven't thought about it for the last 3 years, or at least the last 2 years. Don't need to think about it now. All right.
So I don't know. What do you feel like our duty is?
Our duty, I think, is what you said. I think is if there are new people, we help them out. If they are some of these other people that we're talking about here, we wait for them to get wrecked, and then we introduce them to the show. I think that's the best thing to do. We are here for the people that get fucked over because of stupid decisions. We are absolutely here to help first-timers out. But if you haven't you've had a lot of time to work and to learn.
I think that's what I mean. They haven't taken any time to learn.
We've been here. We've been here every day.
It's not my job to hold your hand when you had all this time to learn. If you're now just getting into it, I will gladly help you and give you everything that I know.
100%.
Right? And I will point you in the right direction. I will walk you through whatever you need. If you had all this time to learn and you didn't, and now you're just following the shiny object, I got nothing for you. That's my stance on it. And I probably sound like a grumpy old man, but I am not. I mean, that's my mood on it lately.
No, I think you're 100% correct, man. I was very frustrated when I got that text from somebody that I knew that got in 3 years ago.
So I think we should probably put that out on a poll.
I think so.
I want to see what people think. Are we the curmudgeon crew over here, or is that kind of sentiment throughout the space? I would say.
I agree. Okay, I made a note.
All right, so shall we get into this? Is the most crypto we've ever talked.
I know, it's a big day for crypto. Big day.
So anyway, let's get to the news. All right, Chamber, you got a story for us?
I do have a story.
Let's do it.
Big news on the Ethereum front. It's official. The initial phase of ETH2's multi-stage launch will begin on December 1st. Now, I don't know if you know this. I'm not sure if you're familiar with ETH 2.0 and what it required. But for the last few weeks or so, the new Ethereum 2.0 requires people stake their Ethereum.
Yep.
And they needed a certain amount of Ethereum.
Don't you need a shit ton?
Yeah. So for a while, people were like, this is not going to happen. And then like, as things, you know how things happen in crypto, all of a sudden it was a blink of an eye and that thing was filled up. So as of yesterday, that has completed. And I believe there was a news article the day before saying they were at 60%, and the day before that saying they were like 40%.
Wow.
So it's crazy stuff. So that's because the deposit contract address in which Ethereum is deposited for staking on the yet-to-launch network passed the threshold, some 524,000 Ethereum needed to initiate the Beacon Chain launch. The Beacon Chain can be thought of as a kind of backbone for the Ethereum ETH2, also known as Ethereum 2.0 network. The contract passed the threshold at 2:30 UTC on November 24th, according to progress updates from Ethereum.org. As the chart below demonstrates, the contract began to see accelerated growth on November 20th. So what's that? 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Which then quickened on November 23rd, the final day before the 24th deadline. So it goes from, I have the chart up here. So on November 4th is kind of when deposits opened. They had like total ETH deposited between the 4th and the 20th was 100,000. So maybe just under halfway there, maybe 40%. And then from the 20th to today, the remainder came. So over 400,000 ETH.
Wow.
So just insane. The launch of ETH version 2 has been long in the making, and work on multi-client testnets designed to root out bugs shifted expected launch window further into 2020. A key component of ETH2 is the shift from proof of work mining to proof of stake, which will fundamentally alter the economic underpinnings of the network. I don't know if you know this or not too. Apparently they're saying that once this is implemented, it'll have a significant effect on the price of transaction fees. So your gas will be significantly less, apparently.
Oh, well, hey, wouldn't that be nice? Because I just tried to stake some of this strong that I have sitting in my wallet. Would you like to know what the gas fee was?
I know what the fee is. They're going to fix it this week, apparently.
Would you like to know what the gas fee is?
Are you staking or are you removing?
I am trying to stake it.
Okay. I don't know. $15?
$15. It was 1.4 ETH.
So more than $15.
Yes.
Well, sorry, that's what I meant. 15 ETH. That's what I meant.
Yes. Fuck Strong, by the way. I'm just going to go on record. I even just fuck them. I'm going to hold this stupid coin because it's just, I don't care. But
it'll be better today, or it'll be better than it is today at some point in the near future.
They're just, what an epic fuck up so far from this project. So, I mean, it is, we almost had the CEO on and it would have been a bad time.
It would have been a fucking great time.
Oh, I would have ripped. I would have ripped into him. Oh my god.
It would have been a show for the ages.
Anyway, but I do have a tweet here that so like this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Jill Carlson, she's pretty big in the space.
Yes.
She says 57 minutes ago, sure, Bitcoin's at 19,000, but the real story this week is ETH 2. Says sorry, but it is. Congrats, Ethereum. So yeah, this is big news.
Yeah, it is very big news. So the price of Ether, the native cryptocurrency of Ethereum, has surged in recent days and has now crossed the 600 mark as of yesterday. So yeah, huge news. So I think the most tangible effect of 2.0 is going to be the reduced fees and the cost of making transactions on the Ethereum network. So we'll see if and when that happens on December 1st.
Nice. All right. I've got one here. Let's see. My page got to load. The IRS is mistakenly sending warning notices to Coinbase users. Fun. Imagine getting a mistaken IRS notice. The IRS is once again sending letters to crypto holders. Oh man, we've seen this movie before. This time claiming some owe the regulator dollar amounts in the hundreds of thousands. CryptoTaxTrader.tax, a crypto tax service, noticed the issue earlier this week when the firm began receiving an influx of concerns related to CP2000 notices. CP2000 notices indicate the IRS has found a discrepancy between the information filed on a return and information the agency has on file already. And some of those are Coinbase users that received claims that traders failed to pay dollar sums in the hundreds of thousands. In this case, the IRS is mistaken, according to the crypto tax experts. The problem seems to boil down to the way Coinbase and other crypto exchanges report their user information. The exchange uses Form 1099-K rather than a 1099 or a 1099-B, as other institutional exchanges would. According to David Kemmerer, CEO of Crypto Tax Trader, 1099-K can create reporting discrepancies because they detail gross proceeds from all transactions made during the year. This can make it seem like traders made huge sums of unreported income rather than just showing gains and losses, which is obviously the amounts the IRS is meant to tax. So that's interesting. The IRS has not responded yet to two requests for comment from here. So what do you think of that? Imagine getting these letters.
No, I'm nervous just thinking about it.
But like the crazy thing is the normal people wouldn't know that that's wrong. So like imagine getting that in the mail and just being like, oh fuck.
Yeah, no,
I will say this, like, I am obviously no tax expert. I am obviously no crypto expert. But so I do think people will need to be careful this time around with their trading and alt performance. We kind of saw some of this in 2017 when people had huge tax bills, and it's just getting more and more on the radar. Our friend Ledger. Our friend Ledger pays very close attention to his tax implications on all of his trades.
Yeah, like a nerd.
But I mean, he's right. He's right. People are going to get screwed.
Well,
if
only
they
if
don't
they
think
trade
about
on centralized exchanges. If you go to Uniswap, you ain't getting no tax. You're not getting any IRS form
Sure,
from
but
Uniswap.
a lot of new people coming in, or
That's true.
people won't. Like, people don't know. Like, you don't know until you know, right?
Yeah,
Like,
until you know.
Then, like, we saw some people in 2017 make they didn't realize, and it was like too bad, and they owed a shit ton of taxes. So I would just say be careful about that. So because you may think you can hide it, but if they send you one of these letters, you are screwed, and all of a sudden you owe, right. And if you weren't planning on paying that, that's not a small sum of money a lot of times. So anyway, that's my thought on the tax news. What else you got?
Do you know Andre?
The giant?
No, not the dinner with either.
The champagne?
No, Andre is this guy, very popular, especially in the DeFi world. He's the one that created Wi-Fi. He's the dev that created Wi-Fi. I'm assuming you're familiar with Wi-Fi, right?
I just know that it kicks out on me a lot. Like,
no, Wi-Fi, not W-I-F-I.
Yes.
So Wi-Fi was a big DeFi project. Made a lot of people a lot of money. I think the price of one Wi-Fi got up to like 45,000.
Oh, I was gonna say 20. Wow. Okay.
Maybe I might be wrong. It was but it was in the 5 digits for sure. I never got into that, but I know a lot of people that did. Anywho, Andre, the founder of the popular decentralized finance protocol Yearn Finance, which is Wi-Fi, has introduced a new project dubbed Deriswap. Andre's new protocol combines different segments of DeFi, swaps, options, and loans into one platform. Quote, Deriswap allows for consolidated capital, efficient market for trading, option futures, and loans, allowing LPs, liquidity providers, to keep their exposure and enjoy additional fees and rewards, Andre said in a blog posted on Monday. Deriswap is currently under audit, and its other details, including specific launch dates, remain scant. When contacted, Andre told the block that more information would be released after the audit of the protocol. The blog post has been published in order to kickstart discussion with relevant builders, said Andre. When Andre launched Yearn Finance, a yield optimization protocol in July of this year, it quickly rose in popularity. Yearn's governance token, Wi-Fi, once hit an all-time high of, here it is right here, more than $43,000, according to tracker CoinGecko.
There you go.
Wi-Fi is currently trading around 25,000. It is not clear whether Deriswap will have its own token. Andre declined to provide details at this stage of the protocol. So that is very interesting. Just going on the popularity of Wi-Fi and Yearn Finance, this might be something to look into if you are looking to get some exposure to some new things. My recommendation to anybody that's in crypto is the best thing you can do is get in early on something, and that might be one of these things. So if you're looking to get into you get into something new, maybe Deriswap, if there's a way to procure some native tokens, if they do come out with that, might not be a bad idea. But yeah, so Andre, very popular.
You aping or what?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, last news story here. The DeFi project Pickle Finance exploited for nearly $20 million in DAI. Decentralized finance protocol Pickle Finance lost almost $20 million in DAI in an exploit on Saturday.
Oof.
Wow. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about this.
Pickle Finance is a yield aggregation service similar to Yearn Protocol. The exploit on Saturday appears to involve Pickle Finance's DAI PJAR project, which leverages the compound protocol to harvest yield with DAI deposits. Funds from the exploit have been transferred to, and then they give the address where it currently sits. It is currently unclear how this exploit happened. Pickle's price is down nearly 40% at the time of this article. Pickle.
Pickle.
Imagine having your whole life savings in pickle and then having to tell your wife that the pickle jar was robbed.
So I got a tweet here from I Am Nomad.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with him. It's a screenshot of, it looks like, I want to say a Discord. I think it's Discord. And this is from Larry the Cucumber, and I'm pretty sure.
So he's pre-pickle.
This is the.
He hasn't
He hasn't been put in the pea jar yet.
He hasn't been put in the pea jar.
So Larry the Cucumber. I don't know if this is the equivalent to the Wi-Fi guy, but we'll assume it is. But he goes on to say, a sophisticated attack was launched on our protocol, resulting in a loss of funds. We're doing everything we can to learn from this experience and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, fuck that.
So that we can continue to grow in this space. We are collaborating with others to make our processes more robust going forward. More details to come on this. Regarding the funds, we are in talks with several blockchain analysis firms to track the funds once they move to potentially catch mistakes in laundering. Although this avenue has a small chance of recovering the lost funds, we will not be issuing any IOU tokens so as to not impede the growth of the protocol going forward. So fuck you. That's from Larry the Cucumber.
I agree. I agree. So he needs to be pickled. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty rough. But sorry to all those. I feel the pickle holders there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's
all you're left with is holding your pickle. That's it. Just broke pickle holders.
Yeah, that's
what I am.
It's rough though, man. It's rough. Like, I mean, like I said, I got rugged. It's tough. DeFi was a double-edged sword.
A cruel mistress, as they say.
Fuck, it was. You could make so much money, but you could lose so much money so fast in DeFi. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So be safe out there if you're dabbling in that.
All right, that's going to do it for the news. We have one more segment here for the road. We've done this segment in the past, but I'm bringing it back because as we talked about, there are a lot of new coins in the space. So we are, and it's hard to wrap your head around all the different names of these coins. Some of them are pretty outrageous. So we are going back to the well with, is it a cryptocurrency or fictional currency?
REKT. REKT.
So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to give you the name of either a token or a fictional currency. Mm-hmm. And you are going
now, when you say fictional currency, is that from like a movie?
It's
or
either
TV?
from a movie,
Book?
TV show, video game, something like that. So, and there's, it could be any of these things, literature, even. So it could.
I hope it's not literature. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it could be anything here. So, there's a lot of options here. So. I'm going to give you the name, and you are going to guess whether it is a cryptocurrency or a fictional currency. So since you're so tapped in to the crypto market, we are going to play this game. Here you go. All right. So the first one here, I'm going to go with Dains, Dains. Crypto or fake?
Dains. I'm going to go fictional.
That is incorrect.
Wow.
That is a cryptocurrency. Yes. Should I have these up? I guess I probably should, but let's see. Yes, the ticker is DNC. The project is Dane, and it is a. There's really not even a write-up on this.
Is it a low market? Is it a low cap gem?
Yeah. So, what I did was I went to I took the CoinGecko, some of the newly listed coins on here because I wanted things you had never heard before.
Okay, all right.
So Dane is a cryptocurrency. So
Keep my eyes on that one.
Yeah, I had to make it hard for you. Okay. So next here we are going with Boboos. BOBOOS.
Oh, that is the currency used in Planet of the Apes amongst the ape community. They use bobus. It's if you want to reach around at 7 bobus, those long monkey arms are really great for reach arounds. Is that correct?
That is incorrect. Bobu token is a cryptocurrency.
All right.
Yep. So you are 0 for 2. Let's see if Bobu has a descriptor up. Probably not, because again, these are new coins to CoinGecko. So
Bobu,
all right,
the reach around coin.
Bobu, monkey reach arounds.
All right.
Bobu, get aped.
Oh my God! Of course, of course.
Oh my God! I have to stop. I was gonna keep going. Statutory ape.
Statutory ape. Hey, and Bobu.
All right, here we go. Number 3, we're going with clovers.
I gotta have to go with fictional. It can't be a coin. I feel I need to win on a fictional currency.
That is incorrect.
Damn it! I'm like, what? Clovers? Is that from like Lord of the Rings or something? But no, it's an actual cryptocurrency.
Yes, it is. Cloverprotocol.biz. So you are 0 for 3, sir.
Damn it.
Cloverprotocol.biz. The ticker is CLV.
All right.
By the way, there is I'm guessing this is a DeFi token. It's currently at $2.78, but it's down 38%. This actually did have some information on it. I'm guessing this is a DeFi token because CoinGecko has a very nice PSA at the top of the page here. Kindly be aware that the liquidity provided on Uniswap can be removed by providers at any moment. In parentheses, see rug pulling. And
is that what it says for real?
Yes. And may result in a collapse in available liquidity. Please exercise caution when trading.
Oh.
This notice is not directed at any project in particular and is more of a cautionary reminder for our users.
Goodness.
Thanks, CoinGecko.
See rug pulling.
See rug pulling. Yeah. But the all-time high on Clover, $23.78.
Buy the dip.
Oh my God! On October 21st.
Wow.
This thing has just tanked since then. Holy
I
cow.
think October. You said October 21st.
Yeah.
I feel like that was peak DeFi season. Maybe not. Maybe the end of the peak.
I don't think so. I think it's the top.
It's been blurry. It's been a blurry few months.
Yeah, well, it's right about when I got in. So
yeah, when did you get in?
I don't know. Well, I got in right after literally like the day after they took the Uniswap snapshot. Remember, I missed the Uni by a day. That's when this whole fucking thing started for me.
That's right.
That's when this whole terrible thing started for me.
I feel like so that might have been. Was that September 1st?
Yeah, right around there. That's when this whole thing, my collapse of all my crypto holdings got just...
Yeah, like you probably got in like September 4th or something.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. And the rest is history.
It's okay.
All right, so you are 0 for 3.
Not good.
No, not good. The next one here, I'm going with Oro. ORO. The Oro.
That is a cryptocurrency.
That is correct. Look at you.
I feel like I've seen that. Maybe not, though. Feel like I have. It sounds familiar.
That is correct.
What's the protocol?
No idea.
No.
Hold on. What did I say? Oro?
Oro.
It is, it's ranked number 909. So it's pretty, I would say, it's up there. It's worth 51 cents. Website is opendefi.finance. Yeah. So you probably have seen it then on,
in my
it's a Uniswap token. Yeah. So, all right. So you are
1 of 4.
1 of 4.
Not great.
Not great. All right. Next one here. I've got, and it is. Oh man, I just lost it. I gotta go back. Okay, this one is Zenny.
Zenny. I feel like you got to throw a fictional one. I'm going to go fictional.
That is correct.
Nice.
Fictional, Zenny. The Zenny is from video games. That is it says from various Capcom games.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like Street Fighter.
Yes.
I don't know what other Capcom games there are, but that's the only one I know.
Okay, so here's the next one. Just a couple more here. We've got Money, MUNNY.
We're gonna go back. I feel like you're gonna give me a back to back. I'm just playing the man now, not playing the cards. We're gonna go fictional currency.
That is correct.
Nice. I also feel like I've heard that somewhere. What's that from?
You may have if you're. So it's also from a video game.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
All right.
Oh, speaking of video games, I should mention this. I keep forgetting to bring it up. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned that I purchased I was asking you what the difference was in a Switch that was branded to a particular game versus the standard brand. You know what I mean? Turns out it didn't come with the game. That's why it was the same price. And it's just a branded console. And then when I went to go exchange it, there was no more regular ones left. So now I have to go and get Animal Crossing.
That's brutal.
I got it back here. I got it. I sat in my office. I opened it up and it said game not included right on the box. I'm like, God damn it.
Brutal. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. A couple more here. Next one is going to be Zenith.
Zenith. That's an old television, I think. We're going to go, I'm going to say it's a cryptocurrency. I feel like that seems like a good name for one.
It is not. I knew I would get you with that one.
Dang it.
That is incorrect. So that is from literature. It is a work called Dread Empire's Fall.
Oh, Dread Empire's Fall. That's a shame. I missed that one.
Okay, and then your last one here.
I did not.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be your 8th, and you are currently sitting at 3 correct.
Did I get 3? I was going to say I thought I only had 2.
You got Oro, and then you went. You played me on Zenny and Money because I don't think you really knew either of them.
No.
You were just playing the odds at that point. I also think I stumped you quick out of the box with 3 cryptos.
Yeah,
that
you really got me good.
All right, last one here. Axion.
Axion. Isn't that cult that the girls go into?
Oh, maybe.
I've been watching so many documentaries on this cult. I think that's... No, I don't think it's Axion. Is it Axion? I don't know. You'll see what I'm talking about. Don't join any cults, people. That's just good advice overall. Axion is a cryptocurrency.
That is correct.
Nice.
All right, so you finished strong with a tie. That is like kissing your sister.
That's It's weird but enjoyable.
You could probably do better.
You can probably do better is correct.
So you got 4 correct, 4 incorrect, and that's going to do it for us. I like that game. I could probably run that back a million times.
A million times, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I just need to know which ones I've used. I should start keeping a spreadsheet because that's pretty fun. And I feel like people at home can play along and also not get them all right.
Yeah, like, that's tough. That was tough.
That wasn't even just a play on your.
Well, there's an endless stream of cryptocurrencies.
Right. It's more about finding the ones that could sound like both, which is not an easy task sometimes.
No. Zenith was a good one.
Yeah, because they're like, Pickle Protocol coin. And you're like, all right. You're like, nobody's got Pickle Protocol in a fictional
Isn't that
word.
from A Tale of Two Cities?
Oh, my God. It was the best of the pickle jar. It was the worst.
It was the worst of the pickle jar.
All
Larry
right.
the Cucumber.
Larry the Cucumber guy. All right, that's going to do it for us today. Anything else you got before we get out of here?
No. No. I hope you find... You stumble into some crypto. I hope the bags that you have pump harder than anything else out there.
Thanks.
But it'll be okay. It's just not our time right now.
It's never going to be our time. I've fucked this up so royally.
It's all right. It'll be okay.
I'm going to have to write letters to my great-grandchildren telling them how I have to apologize about missing out on their generational wealth. And that's on me, and that's okay. But that's something I have to live with. I've been rather depressed the last couple of days, quite honestly. My wife was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like,
"I don't want to talk about it.
I can't really talk about it."
So, there's going to be such an influx of Bitcoin Cash from our listeners, and it's going to pump so hard afterwards that you'll be okay. It'll be all right.
No, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve any of it. It's my fault, and I'm an idiot, and this is all I've got. I've been in crypto 3 years, and all I have to show is this stupid podcast.
It's my favorite thing about crypto. That's funny. All right. You wanna say goodbye to the people for the last time? I think I lost them. I think Bunchu may be dead now. Well, I'm going to sign us off. For Bunchu and me, Chamber, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice. Goodbye, Bunchu.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a REKT patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/REKT podcast. Don't get wrecked.